7:45, Monday morning. Parents and children arrive at Dongfang Preschool. Dongfang is a school for the children of municipal employees. Occupying the grounds of what was once an estate, Dongfang serves 270 children, ages 3 to 6. 3/4 of these children are day students who attend school from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. 6 days a week. The rest of the students are boarders who go home only on Wednesday evenings and on weekends. The great majority of Chinese preschools have no boarding programs, but boarding programs can be found in most Chinese cities, especially in schools like Dongfang, which serve government workers. Although many Americans and Japanese who viewed this footage were disturbed to see boarding programs for young children, most Chinese see no danger. Dongfang Principal Hua told us, "Parents know that if they put their children into the boarding program, the children will receive the best possible food, health care, and education. Don't they have boarding preschools in the United States? No? How can mothers and fathers who work at night be productive workers when they have to worry about having adequate child care?" Every Monday morning at Dongfang, nurses come to school to give quick checkups to the students. Principal Hua explained that these city nurses come to school on Mondays because on the weekend the boarding students are home with their parents and grandparents, who spoil them terribly with sweets and special foods, so many of the children come to school on Monday morning with stomach aches. A party official who served as our guide offered another explanation. "Today we are asking parents to have only one child. We're aware that we're asking parents to make a sacrifice for the greater public good. Since we're asking them to make this sacrifice, we feel a great responsibility to provide the best health and educational services possible to these single children." It's now 8:15, and most of the children in the 4-year-old boarding class are already at school, sitting on a bench eating a breakfast of a steamed bun. Here, Ai Mei and her father, Mr. Li, enter the room and are greeted by one of the teachers, Miss Jiang. Ai Mei tugs on her father's hand and says, "Don't forget to pick me up on Wednesday. Keep that thought in your mind, Dad." Mr. Li assures Ai Mei he'll remember, and he says goodbye and leaves the room. Chinese teachers and administrators who watched this footage of Ai Mei struggling to say goodbye to her father attributed the problem to spoiling. Miss Jiang, Ai Mei's teacher, told us, "This kind of separation difficulty is rare in 4-year-olds. If children cry when they come to school, it's because their parents have made them willful by coddling them too much." Many Chinese fear that children in single-child families are being spoiled by their parents and grandparents. This is called the 4-2-1 syndrome. 4 grandparents and 2 parents pouring their attention onto one child. Chinese child development specialists told us that in this era of single-child families, preschools have an important role to play in giving children a chance to interact with other children, in giving teachers a chance to correct the errors of parents. After several minutes of discussion in the courtyard, Ai Mei finally is ready to re-enter the classroom and say goodbye to her father. It's now 9 a.m. and the formal school day begins. Here we see Miss Wang, the teacher with the pigtails, leading her class of 4-year-olds in the Little Train Friendship Song. Miss Wang and the children sing, "I'm a little train, looking for some friends. Who will come and ride on me? Good friend, come quickly, come and join us. Come and join our little train." There are 26 children and 2 teachers in this class. Ms. Wang, in her mid-20s, is a graduate of a normal school kindergarten education program. Her co-teacher, 40-year-old Miss Xiang, who has been at Dongfang since the Cultural Revolution period, has no formal training in early childhood education. At Dongfang, all the children in a class go to the bathroom together. It's now 10 a.m., and Ms. Wang's class is having their toilet time. Dongfang plumbing is primitive by American and Japanese standards. The toilet is a trough that runs down the sides of the room. Although Americans and Japanese were bothered by this collective approach, Chinese found nothing exceptional in this. The Dongfang principal said, "It's much easier to have everyone go at the same time. It's good for children to learn to regulate their bodies and attune their rhythms to those of their classmates. Of course, if children can't wait, they're allowed to go when they need to." Coming out from the toilet, the children line up to wash their hands.
有3个拳头吧？第3个拳头。3个拳头盆是大白中的大中小中。那就是在这儿住1周了。
Back inside the classroom, the teachers lead the children in a game where the children pretend to be puppets. The children say, "We are puppets, we don't move." Here the teachers have just distributed sets of wooden parquetry blocks to each child. The blocks include drawings of several structures that could be made with them. The teachers make sure that each child places the blocks, the empty box, and the drawing correctly on the table. This emphasis on regimentation and control is typical of many Chinese preschools. Principal Hua explained to us that preschool is school. It's important that children learn from an early age to study hard and behave properly in school. Beijing and Shanghai early child education specialists who saw this Dongfang footage found the school old-fashioned and overly regimented. But many other Chinese teachers and administrators praised Dongfang's approach. After 30 minutes, the block activity is drawing to a close. This girl with the bow in her hair will neatly put her blocks away and go outside to play in the courtyard before lunch. After playing outside, the children again line up to wash their hands. This time, Ms. Wang is ladling out the water. Behind her, Lunch is passed into the classroom through a window. Lunch is a bowl of stew in a steamed bun. Ms. Wang reminds the children, don't talk while you're eating. You must give full attention to your meal. Concentrate on your eating as much as you do on your studying. That's the correct way to eat. After lunch, there's free play. Here a group of toddlers are playing a hopping game. Most of the day students get picked up between 5:30 and 6. But here, a little boy in a soldier hat gets picked up early by his mother and runs off to play in the jungle gym on his way through the schoolyard.